This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Well, Zach Parker's been out of the ring for a while, so I thought we might see a few rounds in, maybe a bit of ring rust. None of that tonight.
No, I knew I catched him at the end of the first, and I seen him go a bit, and I just capitalised it on the second round. I think it was like when I turned southpaw, it was left hand, catch him straight on the end of the nose, and once I wobbled him, I didn't want to let him go.
Yeah, brilliant second round stoppage win. Never been stopped, Vaughn Alexander. So now you know that. How do you feel about getting that stoppage win over him?
Yeah, I thought it was going to go. If I was going to stop him, it was going to be late. But it's really, really good to get him out in good fashion as well. He's never been stopped by some good opponents as well, like Anthony Sims Jr. He's boxed quite a few of them, and he comes from good pedigree. Obviously, his brother was a world champion, and yeah, it was good to get him out there.
Yeah, as I mentioned to you in the week, obviously you got this mandatory position with the WBO, so it was difficult to get a fight tonight in terms of selecting an opponent where you've been out of the ring so long, you don't really want to take a huge risk because you're in that power position, but you didn't box any mug there and you put on a masterclass like that.
Yeah, that's it. I heard Frank before the fight. Someone said this is a tough fight for Zach, and he said, "Well, it's number one. I can't just fight nobodies now. I've got to fight these top opponents and who come to win." And my number one WBO number one ranked is always on the line, so I've got to keep on top four and keep on guard when I'm in there.
Well, now you've got that bit of that ring rust off you. We've been back in the ring with a brilliant win live on BT Sport. Now what happens? You just sit patient and wait for after May 8th, see whoever wins, and then just sit tight for the winner of Canelo and Billy Joe?
No, I want to keep fighting. Every fight I have, it's going to benefit me. I'm going to keep learning every fight. And I've only had 20 fights, I'm only 26, so the more fights the better. I ain't going to wait around for no one. I've got to get on with my career, and that's what I'm going to do.
Bring Neil on this as well. Neil, can you just grab you for a second, please?
Go on, Neil.
Neil, just obviously we know about the power position that Zach's in with the WBO, waiting for the winner of Canelo and Billy Joe. He's just shaking off some ring rust in there tonight, but it was a short night work. So what happens with Zach now? Do you sit tight for after May 8th, or do you want to get him back in the ring?
No, I'm going to have a conversation with Frank tomorrow. He says he's going to give me a call, so we'll discuss it amongst us. Boxing changes so quickly, you know. Our goal is for Zach to fight.
Busy.
Yeah, activity has been a huge problem. You know, it's obvious, and Frank's guaranteed his activity. Tonight he's impressed. Everybody can't be other than impressed in the kid, you know. So Frank said he's going to get him out pretty quick. So that's music to our ears. And then about the same time, Canelo and Billy Joe would have fought. So then we'll just let Frank do his work with the WBO. And then, you know, when you got a fighter, you'll fight anyone. And, you know, I seen a couple of negative comments about Zach was, you know, saying he'd fight Billy Joe, he'd do this to Canelo, he'd this. And a little bit of negativity, and they don't get it. It's like I know
what I can do in a ring. I've got self-belief, and not many of these fighters have got it against these tough opponents like Canelo. But I know what I can do in a ring, and I will show it every time I box.
Regardless of that, these aren't just random call-outs. You are mandatory, so you've earned yourself that spot anyway.
No, we're officially number one. Canelo and Billy Joe, and we're just hoping that Frank gets us call mandatory. And then it's happy days. And, you know, let's see what happens, but I'm confident in my man, 1,000,000%. And with Frank, like he said, he's going to move heaven and earth to get him his chance. It's what we needed to hear, and thank you. You know.
Do you think Zach's really going to start getting the credit he deserves now?
What do you think on that performance? I think it's obvious. There's Zach Parker.
It weren't no pushover, it wasn't. People are going to have to start standing up and like seeing me a bit more, you know what I mean? I can't keep going under the radar. I'm number one in the world now, so the only way is up, and I hope everyone gets behind me.
Zach Parker, well done tonight. Great to see you back in the ring. Neil, thanks for your time as well. Just a final word, perhaps, Zach?
I just want to say thank you to all my team, obviously Neil, BCB, Frank and BT Sport for getting me out, and hopefully more nights like this.